Gege Akatami, as if nothing happened. Volume 17. Perfect preparation. Looks like you're hurt. Oh yeah, glare. No more. One more time. Don't look down on me, kid. What? Poison? Can blood manipulation do that? No, this isn't the effect of a cursed technique. There was so much blood, he isn't human. A fully fleshed curse? My body is rejecting the non-human blood. Oh, he just realized that he's a curse. My reverse curse technique can heal people. In return, please inform your supervisors of Itadori's death. So is he not really gonna kill him? Jin. Hey. Jin. Yes, father? If it's about her, I'm leaving. Jin, you can live your life however you like, but give up on that woman. You'll die. This Itadori's grandpa? And dad, perhaps? Don't talk about such things in front of Yuji. They say babies remember more than we think. I know you wanted a child, and that didn't happen with Kaori. But her death was. Father-in-law. Ah. It wasn't his dad, it was his mom. What are you talking about? Gasp. Is he really remembering that as a baby? I know you wanted a child, and that didn't happen with Kyuri. But her death was, father-in-law. So he thought she was dead. Which we know she is if she has those scars on her head. Was she strong? If Geto, if the fake Geto was interested in possessing her, maybe she was special in some way. What's he thinking? Why didn't you kill Itadori? What a relief. No. Was he not trying to kill him the whole time, or did he change his mind for some reason? I think it was around September. Gojo-sensei came to see me. He asked me to watch over you, so I had to put on an act. Act? I've got a bad feeling. Hakuri should be fine. If anything happens to me, I need you to take care of the current first and second year students. Yuta. If anything happens, like you getting a girlfriend, you're a comedian now, huh? Well, I can't imagine what would happen to you. I'm especially concerned about the first year Yuji Itadori. Just like you, he was up for secret execution. If you could watch over him, I'd appreciate it. Where's Miguel? He doesn't want to see you. Miguel, the dude that he beat up, but they aren't dumb. So in order to get Jujutsu headquarters to approve me as your executioner, I had to enter a binding vow to kill you. So I killed you. Sorry about that. Then why am I still alive? Because of reverse curse technique. At the moment your heart stopped, I used reverse curse technique to heal you. Not many people know I can take positive energy as is and output it. I thought it might be based on what I've heard about you. Yeah, this is the second time your death has been staged. Given the circumstances, you'll figure out what happened soon enough. But for now, your death sentence has been officially carried out. Why are you doing this? Because you're important to people who are important to me. I too once bore a power I couldn't handle. I thought it had been forced on me, but I had invited it upon myself. But not you. The power you bore isn't your own. The power you bear isn't your own. You aren't to blame. You don't understand. It isn't about whether it's my fault, but Itadori. Fushiguro, what are you doing? Let's head back to Jujutsu High. A barrier around the school is loosening. As long as no one gets to look at your face, it should be fine. It should be no problem for you to go back. We'll rejoin the older students and stop. Don't act like everything's normal. Don't act like nothing happened. Sorry, but I can't die just yet. He resists, but I bet he's unsure of whether or not he deserves to live. That's why he held back when fighting me. I killed people. Because of me, lots of people died. It's our fault. Don't be selfish. Of course you'd say that. And give up all along. And give up all alone. Sigh. We aren't heroes fighting for justice. We're Jujutsu sorcerers. No one can ever truly judge us, but we must continually prove the worth of our existence. And we don't have the luxury of thinking about ourselves. We've just got to save people. I believe that was no Fushiguro. It's because the original principle behind your actions. As long as I'm around, you will suffer. So start by saving me, Itadori. Narutoshi Kamo has made plans for those involved with Jujutsu to face off in a calling game. And Sumaki is ensnared in that. Sumiki? Who's that? Oh, is that his sister? So I'm begging you, Itadori. I need your strength. Sumiki. Older stepsister of Megumi, and the stepdaughter of Toji. I thought they were blood related, but I guess not. A calling game rules. After awakening a curse technique, players must declare their participation in the calling games at a colony of their choice within 19 days. Any players who breaks previous rules shall be subject to curse technique removal. Non-players who enter the calling games enter the colony become players at the moment of entry and shall be considered to have declared participation in the calling game. Players score points by ending the lives of other players. Points are determined by the game master and indicate the value of a player's life. As a general rule, sorcerers are worth 5 points and non-sorcerers are worth 1 point. Players may extend 100 points to negotiate with the game master to add one new rule to the calling game. However, players cannot add their own lives value to the amount that can be spent. In accordance with the previous rule, the game master must accept any proposed new rule unless it will have marked or long-lasting effect on calling. Okay, so he has to accept it. If a player's score remains the same for 19 days, that player shall be subject to curse technique removal. What happens if it's removed? They just be normal people? Fushiguro. Or do they die or something? Chapter 144. That place. Naruto Shukamu made plans for those involved with Jujutsu to face off in a calling game, and Sumiki is ensnared in that. So I'm begging you, Itadori, I need your strength. You're a strong kid, so help people. Katsu senpai. Sukuna is plotting something involving Fushiguro. He was probably able to take over my body in Shibuya because I ate 10 fingers all at once. I have ingested 15 fingers so far. Even if I ate all remaining 5 in one go, I doubt he'd be able to take control. But if I ever switch with Sukuna again, don't hesitate to kill me. I think you could do that. Understood. I'll do what I can. Fushiguro, what should I do? First, we'll go back to Jujutsu High and contact Master Tengen. We need to figure out how to remove the seal on the prison realm, what Noshitaru Kamu wants and what he has planned. The calling game is Jujutsu terrorism like nothing we've ever seen before. To fix this mess, we need answers. I think only Master Tengen has them. What about Tsukumo? I already spoke to her. This was her idea. She's hiding in Jujutsu High too. Hiding? She wants to avoid the higher-ups. The problem is Master Tengen's concealing barrier. There are over 1,000 doors constantly shuffling around, but only one leads to the tomb of the Star Corridor where Master Tengen resides. And we can't contact Master Tengen if we don't pick the right one. Sorry, Fushiguro, I have to ask. What happened to Kugisaki? Oh, I get it. Yeah, so she didn't make it? About that barrier. There may be a way past it. Oh, you were listening? What do you mean, Choso? Mahito once stole Sukuna's fingers and the death painting wounds, right? We can do the same thing. There's Maki. Long time no see. But not really. Maki-senpai. Oh, hi, Ita. Maki. Is it okay for you to move around? Yeah, no problem. Man, she really got burnt, huh? It can be helped with burn scars. Even reverse curse technique leaves a mark. But I'd expect nothing less from someone physically gifted through heavenly restriction. It was her inborn physical toughness, that cursed tolerance, that saved her life. That's too bad about the business with the head of the family. Well, I wasn't going for it. Megami, what about Master Tengen's barrier? About that, I'll explain. Between the doors and the tomb lies the cursed warehouse, where Jujutsu High stores cursed tools and objects. Where's it holds the remains of my younger brothers, Narenso, Sho, Oso, Tenso, Shinso, Katsuso, and Shoso. Even if it's just their remains with the six together, a side effect of my curse technique should provide some guidance. Good. That's fine, but who's this guy? For now, think of him as my big brother. Yuji, let's go. You finally said it. There. Without a doubt, my brothers sleep beyond those doors. Let's open them. Let's go. Further in, there's an elevator to the tomb. Shoso, I know. I'll return. Wait just a little longer. Bloodstains? What happened here? They didn't clean that up? It was 12 years ago, now that I think about it. That's when everything began to get distorted. Alright everyone, the main shrine is through here. Damn it. There's nothing here. This is the main shrine? No, Tengen's rejecting us. Tengen doesn't interfere with this world, but I thought contact would be possible now that the six sides are sealed. Maybe it isn't rejecting all of us, just me. I was too optimistic. Let's head back. Sumiki doesn't have time. Leaving so soon? It's a pleasure to meet you. Child of the Zenin. Machizani's descendant? Death painting womb. And Sukuna's vessel. Don't tell me that's him. What a face. Don't I get a hello, Tengen? Chapter 145, the back. This isn't the first time we've met. Yuki, Tsukumo. Why did you close off the tombs of the Star Corridor? I was afraid you might be in alignment with Kinjaku. After all, I cannot see into the human heart. Kenjaku, the sorcerer who was once Noritoshi Kamu and is now inhabiting the body of Suguro Geto. Kenjaku. That name suggests compassion and salvation. Give me a break. Master Tengen, why do you look like that? I was thinking the same. He sure has guts cutting in on an important discussion. I may be more immortal, but I'm not immune to aging. After 500 years, you'd look like this too. Really? Yeah, cap. 12 years ago, after failing to merge with a plasma vessel, my aging accelerated and my self-awareness as an individual diminished. The very world became myself. So he didn't get another vessel? So there wasn't another star plasma vessel then. And that's why your voice doesn't proliferate. Man, Rika. Excuse me, but we came to ask about Kenjaku's objectives and how to open the prison realm. Will you tell us what you know? I wish I could simply say yes, but there is one condition. Yuto Kotsu, Yuki Tsukumo, and the death painting womb. 2 of you must remain here to serve as my guards. 2? Guards? Aren't you immortal? So then, shall I speak of Kenjaku? His objective is to force the evolution of all human beings throughout the land of Japan. We heard that, but what exactly does he intend? Why didn't Kenjaku use his barrier that time and turn everyone in Japan into sorcerers via idol transfiguration? He lacks the cursed energy to do that. Cursed energy that has been refined through Uzumaki cannot return to the sorcerer. Triggering an evolution in each individual with a cursed technique is incredibly inefficient. The method of evolution that Kenjaku has chosen is the merging of humankind and me. Is that even possible? What was it again? That isn't that impossible for anyone but a star plasma vessel? Yes, the way I was before, but now that I have been undergoing my own evolution for the past 12 years, it will not be impossible for me to merge with someone other than a star plasma vessel. But you're one person. How could you merge with multiple people? I am not what you see before you at this moment. My evolved soul exists all around us. As I said, myself is now the world itself. A human who merges with me transforms into something greater than a sorcerer, as a new being that is both there and not there. I possess barrier techniques, so I am able to maintain this form and self-control even after evolving. However, if humankind evolves, and even if only one person rages out of control, the world will end. Why? There would be no boundaries between individuals, so evil would spread instantly. The impurities of 100 million people would flood the world. 100 million. Is that Japan's population? $125. The impurities of 100 million people would flood the world. What just happened to Tokyo would happen to the entire world. Why would Kenjaku do that? I do not know. As I said, I cannot read the human heart. So, why don't you just refuse to merge? That is the problem. Now that I have evolved, I am more like a cursed spirit than human being. That makes me a target for cursed spirit manipulation. That's bad. Considering Kenjaku's ability as a sorcerer. So that's why he didn't want to give up Geto's body. Or I guess the main reason he didn't want to give up Geto's body. To the twins, I mean. Considering Kenjaku's ability as a sorcerer, he might be able to seize me the moment we encounter each other. This is why my main body is rejecting everything at the tombs of the Star Corridor. And the reason you want guards, right? Yes. After me, Kenjaku is the most powerful user of barriers in the world. I do not know when he will undo the seal on the tombs. Why now? Kenjaku prevented a merging with a star plasma vessel and forced your evolution, and wants to consume and control you through curse manipulation. Apparently he was involved with Sukuna, so he's been a sorcerer for at least 1,000 years. So why now? The star plasma vessel, the Six Eyes, and I are all connected by fate. In the past, Kenjaku has twice lost to sorcerers of the Six Eyes. After the second time, he took no chances. He killed the star plasma vessel and Six Eyes less than 1 month after they were born. Nonetheless, on the day of merging, the Six Eyes and star plasma vessel appeared. After that, Kenjaku switched to sealing instead of eradicating the Six Eyes and began searching for the prison realm. Because two bearers of the Six Eyes cannot exist at the same time. But then, the unexpected happened 12 years ago, when Toji Zenin interfered. He was physically gifted through heavenly restriction. And on top of that, he was an anomaly who had escaped from cursed energy. As a human being who had escaped from fate through the power of restriction, he broke us free from our destinies. Then came along a boy with cursed manipulation. Suddenly, all the pieces had come together, except for the prison realm. Then even that fell into his hands 6 years ago. So why is the Calling Games happening? Well, 6 years ago was the events of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So why is the Calling Game happening? It is like breaking in the body prior to merging. It is not impossible to merge with someone other than a star plasma vessel, but it is highly unlikely. The merging would be incomplete, at least for now. The Calling Game uses the player's curse energy and the barriers bounding barriers in a ritual for conveying the human beings of this country to the other side. Through that custom, he will begin the merging. However, in order to perform such a ritual, Kenjaku has undertaken certain binding vows. One stipulates that he not be the game master. However, this does not work in your favor, because it means the calling game will not end even if you kill him. The game will continue until all the players are dead, either from being killed by other players or from having refused participation. And I guess that's the answer. So if you refuse, you're dead. The clause mentioning long-lasting additions to the rules ensures that nothing can interrupt the ritual. No way every single person's gonna die though, right? My guess is either there's gonna be a rule implemented that's gonna be able to let multiple people live, or the calling game gets interrupted somehow. Which means, players may expend 100 points to negotiate with the game master to add one new rule to the calling game. However, players cannot add their own life's value to the amount that can be spent. We have no choice but to participate in the calling game and add a rule whereby Sumiki and the other unwilling participants can get out. We should also free Gojo-sensei. That guy could settle everything all on his own. Master Tengen, first, decide who stays. Tell us. I will stay. Really? Yuji, you absolutely need the cooperation of Okotsu or this woman, especially if Noritoshi Kamu, if Kenjaku comes here for Tengen. Ending his life means salvation for my little brothers. Right, because he's the one who did all this to them. And I'm not done talking to Tengen. Is that alright, Okatsu? Is it Okatsu or Okotsu? Yeah, I don't want to leave the others. Thank you. This is necessary. We're freeing Satoru Gojo. It is the back of the prison room. What's the name of this chapter again? The back. It has a back door. Back? I've never heard of that. You mean like a back gate? Yes, that is right. Before Kenjaku found it, the first prison realm was outside my barrier. I believe it was overseas. Before Kenjaku found it, the prison realm was outside my barrier. I believe it was overseas. By sealing this rare gate, it was hiding the existence of the front, but it was no use. Satoru Gojo is also sealed inside this rare gate. And if we open it, we can know the authority to open the gate rests in Kenjaku, with Kenjaku as the barrier of the front, as the bearer of the front. Breaking it open requires, either the inverted spear of heaven, which nullifies curse techniques, or the black rope. Not chain? Or the black rope, which distorts and cancels curse technique effects. Disrupts. But Satoru Gojo sealed the inverted spear of heaven over seas 12 years ago, or destroyed it. Why'd you do that, Sensei? And last year, Satoru Gojo got rid of all the black rope. Why'd that guy do that? Actually, I went looking for the remaining black rope with Miguel in Africa. Oh, that's why you went overseas, huh? Yes, but it was a fruitless effort. There isn't any more. But there is a way, right? Yes. Among the players participating in the calling games, there's a sorcerer from 1,000 years ago who calls herself an angel. Huh. Her curse technique can extinguish any curse technique. Is that a trumpet? Or a horn? Or is it a stick? I don't know. Probably a horn. Calling game player Hana Kurusu. Kurusu? Hana Kurusu. Jinichi. She can extinguish curse techniques. About the calling games. Yes, the angel's curse technique can open the back of the prison realm. Do you know where she is now? The colony in the east side of Tokyo. The game barriers reject me, so I don't have any more information. There are 10 colonies around Japan. They are connected by barriers that form a line that sends humans in Japan to the other side. Crossing a river and barriers, just that act alone has significant meaning in Jujutsu. Oh, like at Yasuhachi Bridge. Convergence to the other side may sound exaggerated, but a curse fell on everyone in Japan as preparation for the merge. How long will it take to complete the ritual? It depends on the game, but 2 months should suffice. After awakening a curse technique, players must declare their participation in the calling game at a colony of their choice within 19 days. Right now, it's 9 a.m. on November 9th. The player sorcerers awakened at about midnight on October 31st. 10 days left? So Sumiki has roughly 10 days and 15 hours to declare her participation. Sumiki. Any player who breaks our previous rule shall be subject to curse technique removal. Master Tengen, you said that refusing to participate results in death. That is correct. Curse technique removal? The rule also applies to sorcerers who join in, right? I think that suggests removal isn't achieved through idle transfiguration. It's not prescription, but removal. So there is no binding vow, which means something happens to your brain. And I think that means you die. Otherwise, everyone would refuse to participate. Yoko was right, but that means sorcerers like me who don't have a curse technique aren't at risk. What about Panda? Does he even have a brain? Non-players who enter a colony become players at the moment of entry and shall be considered to have declared participation in the calling game. So what about the civilians who are already inside a barrier? They will be given at least one chance to exit. For real? How generous. There is no rule about entering or exiting colonies. From the start, players receive the clear objective of exiting the barriers. I suppose that is for stimulating the game. In order to confine the players, the premise that they entered of their own free will is important. So that's the increase or decrease of barrier effectiveness that Inno mentioned. Players score points by ending the lives of other players. Points are determined by the game master and indicate the value of a player's life. As a general rule, sorcerers are worth 5 points, and non-sorcerers are worth 1 point. As a general rule, seems a bit vague, no? Fujiguro? It's nothing. What about this game master? Each player will receive a Shikigami called Kogane. Kogani? Kogane. But a Kogane is less game master than interface. You may think of the game master as the calling games program. What? Add? We can't subtract rules that already exist? But maybe there are roundabout ways of counteract rules. Actually, you may expect an equitable decision. The players are subject to strict rules. Sorcery-wise, Kenjaku is do no further bias. If a player's score remains the same for 19 days, that player shall be subject to curse technique removal. It's forcing them to kill. You have to kill people again. No. I have a few ideas, really. I'm thinking if cursed spirits entered a colony, if cursed spirits entered, if they would be considered participants. I'm not sure. If that's allowed, you can bring in a bunch of cursed spirits with you and then just kill them every 19 days. But other way, it might be a workaround. Well, that's the info we've got. Now we each have a role to play. Yuki and Choso will remain here to guard Master Tengen. I will return to the Zenin clan and collect cursed tools. Soon after Satoru was sealed. The Kamu and Zenin clans cleaned out Jujutsu High's cursed warehouse. But Megami is the Zenin clan's leader. What? I'll explain later. Thanks to that, we'll be able to search the Zenin warehouse at length. But first, Master Tengen, understood. Juzo Kumiya's workshop, right? It would be appreciated. Juzo. Afterward, I will find Panda and help address the game. And you, Yuta? I'm going to enter the colony right away to take part in the game. Before Sumiki, Fujiguro, and the others participate, I want to gather some information. Thanks. I'll be on my own again. I'll avoid nearby colonies so we don't end up killing each other. And just in case something happens to Sumiki, barriers may block phone reception, so we could be out of touch for a while. If I ever switch for Sukuna again, don't hesitate to kill me. They're thinking about how it would be safer for Fushiguro if Okatsu were near Itadori, but it would be more efficient strategically for Okatsu to operate alone. Don't even think it. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know about that. If that happens and I die, just have him kill me. What? If that happens and I die, just have him kill you. I don't think Sukuna wants you to die, bud. The point is to not let that happen, right? Senpai. Yeah. You guys go to Kinji as planned. Kinji. Yeah, you guys go to Kinji as planned. Kinji Akari. A suspended third year. I think I've seen this guy. People talk about this guy. I won't look him up. But I think I know a bit about him just from people's just from word of mouth. We're short-handed, so you gotta rope in whoever we can. Is he tough? Well, he's moody. I like that they add the names to the thought bubble, or the speech bubbles, whenever it's not like directly pointing to the person who's speaking. A lot of times mangas and comics like that gets confusing when there's too many bubbles and you don't know who's really saying what. But when he gets worked up, he's stronger than I am, really. That's not true. So he's just praising Choso. Thanks. I appreciate it. Don't die, okay? Are you crying? Man. Are these all participants? Is that a banana in your pocket? Thank you very much. Takaba, how long are you going to do these dumb jokes? Just stop. It's getting depressing for me, too. Yeah, I know. How old are you again? I'm 35. So quit already. This industry does have late bloomers who take a long time to hit it big, but it's not like they suddenly get funny after a while. They were always funny, just hadn't been discovered yet. Nah, you can definitely improve, but it takes consistency and it takes luck. What's that saying? Luck is when effort meets opportunity. But not just effort too, smart effort. You gotta do it the right way. If you're not funny on your own, find a mentor. That's just my take. But that's not you. They were always funny, just hadn't been discovered yet. But that's not you. And with the way Tokyo is right now, take it from me. Find something you're cut out for. I don't dislike your jokes, Takaba. Kin? Neither of you seem to understand that even guys who aren't funny can make it. Like a one-hit wonder type thing. No. There's two types of comics who will always be in demand. Comics who are funny and comics who think they're funny. Wow. Which are you? Bro, that's harsh. But I feel like you need... Like, have you been in the game that long, too? I feel like you need voices like that. That are willing to be honest. Maybe not harsh, but honest. Oh, it's up to him if he can take the honest truth, or if he's gonna get resentful because of it. Calling game player Fumihiko Takaba. Renta. Someone new or someone we already know? I guess I'll find out. Even pandas. Okay, guys, I think I'll end that there for this video. Yeah, I still got some time, so I'm gonna keep on reading.